a battleground that was created ages ago during the centuries-long war between dragons and man. It has recently been rediscovered, and now war wages anew in a bid to claim the precious Dragite. Little did they know that this greed for Dragite was going to be one of the greatest downfall of all time in the history of men. The greatest of all time. I was summoned by my allies, known by the name of the Vikingz, to assist them in a war against our enemy known as RKS. Our only goal was to dominate the battlefield and wipe off all the enemies from this land so that we can have the precious Dragite for ourselves. I was looking around me and thinking that we were winning, but the reality was quite the opposite. Our enemy was much more ahead of us, and we're starting to take control of the battlefield, which, if allowed by us to continue, would cause huge losses on our side, and in worst case, death. We were trying our best and hitting the enemy with everything we had. However, it didn't seem to do much, and we were slowly losing the control of the battlefield. Even though all the odds were against us, we didn't give up and kept fighting with all our strength. We were fully determined and were ready to sacrifice everything to achieve victory in this glorious battle. It was one of the most intense battles that I've ever fought in my life. Both sides were doing everything they can, and nobody was ready to give up. The battle was about to be over in 30 minutes. There was still a significant gap between us and our enemies. This had to be changed. We plan to fix this by prioritizing the caravans, which proved to be a game changer that you'll see soon. We were slowly closing the gap between us and our enemies, but it was slow and we needed to increase the pace in order to win the battle. One after another, hitting each other and kicking the other out of the keeps. It was indeed a proof that hope exists. We humans, we believed in it, which kept us going through every obstacle that came in our way. One thing was certain, that the enemy was slowly becoming weaker, which was a huge opportunity for us. We kept fighting and slowly taking over keep after keep, and also successfully defending against most of the enemy attacks. The end was very near, and we still had a lot of gap to fill between us and our enemies. However, you'll be surprised by what happened next. Yeah, you guessed it right. We won the battle despite of all the odds, thanks to the bravery and sheer will of our every single warrior on the battlefield. This will indeed be one of the greatest comebacks in the history of men. Cheers, mate, and stay safe out there in the battlefield.